Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, as Pastor Hubert said, I was privileged to go to Brazil for 2 weeks with my youth group and with my entire family. Previous to this, in 6th grade, my dad and my sister and I went to Mexico. In Mexico for a week in the slums. And after I did that, I kind of had an appreciation and thankfulness for what all God had blessed me with. And I figured Brazil would be much of the same. You know, impacting people for Christ, appreciating what you have, and having some fun. Well, some of my expectations did come to be, especially having fun. We had a ton of fun. But some of those expectations actually turned out to be the opposite. And some things I didn't even see coming. Well, a couple of days after we arrived in Brazil, we started this thing called English Camp. And it's basically like an all-day VBS. And I was a little worried about the English barrier. You know, they speak Portuguese, I don't. But the place where we were doing English camp at was actually the international school. So kids there were already learning to read and write in English. So it wasn't too bad. But as we walked in to the place where all the kids were at, they all swarmed us. And some of them were talking in Portuguese, some of them were talking in English. They were taking pictures, and it was like I was a celebrity. And I looked in the kids' eyes, and you could see that they thought you were amazing, and they already loved you. Yet they hadn't even met me. But it was simply because I was an American. Well, that week of camp flew by, and it was an absolutely amazing time getting to be with those Brazilian kids. I got to pray with them. I got to laugh with them. I got to play with them. I even got to worship with them. And worshiping with them was one of the most unique experiences that I got to do while I was down there. Here I am, thousands of miles away from my home, in a foreign country, trying to sing in Portuguese, yet I'm still worshiping the same God that I worship here every Sunday. And that was something really cool that I grasped down there, was that God knows no bounds. Anyway, so as I said, English camp, it went by really fast, and it can become really easy to get caught up in things that need to get done, places you need to be, deadlines you need to meet, and you can end up, forgetting all about the people who you're really there for. Not just the Brazilians, but also the team you came down with. And I thought our team did a really great job of balancing that out. We were able to put the people first and the work second. So the 2 weeks of Brazil was really like a blur to me. It was so much fun. It was so amazing. But it really wasn't until I came home to America that I was really able to realize what all had happened while I was down there. On this mission trip, I saw and was a part of one of my friends finding Christ. I also saw one of my team members find his gift of evangelism and witness to anyone. We were even in a McDonald's down in South Beach, Miami, Florida, and he's witnessing to some guy. I saw people developing long-lasting relationships. I saw people breaking down before the Lord. I saw Brazilian adults and Brazilian children amazed that we Americans cared enough to come down and share with them about Jesus and just love on them. And they were inspired by our love for Christ. And not only were they inspired, but I was inspired by many of their walks with Christ. I think I understand missions a lot better now than I did before the trip. I used to always wonder what my missions dollars were really going to. Is it going to erect some building? Or is it going to get a kid a pair of shoes that he needs? Well, yes, our missions dollars do go to buying those things. But what they really do is go into investing into people's lives. It changed my life and my team's life that I went down with on this short-term mission. It changes the missionaries' lives that are down there that are ministering to these people all the time. And it changes the lives of those people being ministered to. I don't know about you, but I get caught up in my own little life, my own little world, my plan, what I'm going to do. But what if we take a step back and look at all the people in the world who still need Jesus? Missions has really enlarged my vision and my heart because it forces me to see beyond myself, my family, and my community, and look to all those people around us who are still desperate for Jesus. Thank you.